Part 1 of Henry Wirz, Commander of Andersonville Confederate Prison, Trial and Execution, excerpt from Trial of Henry Wirz. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by David Wales. Henry Wirz, Commander of Andersonville Confederate Prison, Trial and Execution by United States Army Staff Judge Advocate. Part 1, Opening Material. 40th Congress, Second Session, House of Representatives, Ex Doc Number 23. Trial of Henry Wirz. Letter from the Secretary of War ad interim in answer to a resolution of the House of April 16, 1866, transmitting a summary of the trial of Henry Wirz. December 7, 1867, referred to the Committee on the Judiciary and ordered to be printed. War Department, Washington City, December 5, 1867. Sir, in compliance with the resolution of the House of Representatives dated April 16, 1866, I have the honor to send herewith a summary of the proceedings, etc., of the trial of Henry Wirz. Very respectfully, your obedient servant, U.S. Grant, Secretary of War ad interim. Honorable S. Colfax, Speaker of the House of Representatives. The trial of Henry Wirz. Prepared in the office of the Adjutant General, United States Army, in accordance with the following resolution of Congress. 39th Congress, First Session. Congress of the United States in the House of Representatives, April 16, 1866, on motion of Mr. Garfield, resolved that the Secretary of War be requested to have prepared for publication the proceedings of the trial of Henry Wirz, in which shall be embraced as nearly as practicable in the language of the witnesses a summary of the testimony given and the decisions, findings, and sentence of the court, together with the address of the Judge Advocate and that made in defense of the prisoner. Attest Edward McPherson, Clerk. Plan of the work. The entire testimony taken upon the trial of Henry Wirz is set forth in the following pages. It is arranged in narrative form for the sake of compactness and as being more easily read, the exact language of each witness being given as nearly as practicable. In cases where the meaning of a witness is doubtful or his answer evasive, and also where the testimony is of great importance, the questions and answers have been given. The testimony of the witnesses is given in the order in which it occurs in the original record. Most of the witnesses have been examined upon many separate and distinct points, and it has been deemed advisable to gather the entire testimony of a witness upon each subject under a suitable heading in the examination in chief and also in the cross-examination. The reader can, by reference to the index of testimony, ascertain at once the entire testimony upon each allegation set forth in the charges and specifications, and by turning to the page therein indicated, find under its suitable heading that which he may select for perusal. The Compiler. Proceedings of a military commission convened at Washington, D.C. by virtue of the following order. War Department, Adjutant General's Office, Washington, August 23, 1865. Special Orders Number 453. Extract. 3. A special military commission is hereby appointed to meet in this city at 11 o'clock a.m. on the 23rd day of August, 1865, or as soon thereafter as practicable, for the trial of Henry Wirz and such other prisoners as may be brought before it. Detail for the commission. Major General L. Wallace, United States Volunteers, Brevet Major General G. Mott, United States Volunteers, Brevet Major General J. W. Gary, United States Volunteers, Brevet Major General L. Thomas, Adjutant General, United States Army; Brigadier General Francis Fessenden, United States Volunteers; Brigadier General E. S. Bragg, United States Volunteers; Brevet Brigadier General John F. Ballier, Colonel, 98th Pennsylvania Volunteers; Brevet Colonel T. Alcock, Lieutenant Colonel, 4th New York Artillery; Lieutenant Colonel J. H. Stibbs, 12th Iowa Volunteers; Colonel N. P. Chipman, Additional Aide-de-Camp, Judge Advocate of the Commission, with such assistants as he may select, with the approval of the Judge Advocate General. The Commission will sit without regard to hours, by order of the President of the United States. E. D. Townsend, Assistant Adjutant General. Washington, D.C., Wednesday, August 23, 1865. The Commission met at 11 o'clock a.m. All the members named in the foregoing order, and the Judge Advocate being present, the Commission proceeded to the trial of Henry Wirz, who, having been brought before the Commission, and having heard the order convening it read, was asked whether he had any objection to any member named therein, to which he replied in the negative. The Judge Advocate then laid before the Commission the correspondence requesting the services of Major A. A. Hosmer as Assistant Judge Advocate, and the approval of the Judge Advocate General of such selection. The members of the Commission were then duly sworn by the Judge Advocate, and the Judge Advocate and Assistant Judge Advocate were duly sworn by the President of the Commission respectively in the presence of the accused. Henry G. Hayes, D. Wolfe Brown, and William Hinks were duly sworn by the Judge Advocate as reporters to the Commission. The accused was then duly arraigned on the following charges and specifications. End of Part 1.